Good afternoon from Europe. Good morning, good evening, guys, wherever you are. Piotr here, this is Liteforex Global YouTube channel. 11th of February 2021. It's Thursday and 15 minutes after the US cash open. Well, to be honest with you, market is still struggling, looking for a direction. Well, a little bit of the upside break, or at least attempt to the upside break when it comes to the intraday euro dollar chart, right? So market is trying to push it higher. Yesterday, towards the end of the day, dollar recovered a bit, right? So again, it's gonna be the name of the game towards the end of the day. Well, any kind of the negative price action, and I'm going to try to look for the shorts again here. No change in view when it comes to the longs, down towards 2075, 2065, and 2035 as the weekly open. So for now, again, probably mostly because of the Chinese New Year, there is a lack of liquidity, I would say. I would say that more on euro dollar might be related to the euro pound, which we are going to talk about in a second. We got the unemployment claims out of the US weaker than what market was expecting. 793,000 versus 755,000 expectations. The previous one was revised higher as well. Ahead of us, we have 30-year bond auction in the middle of the US session, so nothing extraordinary, and that's how I see the things here. So if we are talking about the bond auction, if we are talking about the dollar, before we are going to switch to euro pound, let's have a look pound USD. Here, market is looking for some lower lows, and that's what we currently got, right? Today, 2 lower lows, and that's starting to look interesting. Well, some can argue, Piotr, but we did 101, so that's the first 38 first line in the sand when it comes to the bulls. I would say, as we discussed previously, I would look for a lower levels when it comes to the longs, somewhere down towards 37.70, 37.35, right? I wouldn't be so aggressive to try to trade the long side on the cable. Well, dollar yen as well. We've seen some rally earlier today, right? But if you do remember what we discussed yesterday, I like what I see here in case of the possible megaphone formation, and I wanna see the first to the downside, then eventually rise to the upside like this and continuation to the upside. If we are going to go straight from here, right, so that's the supply 105.05 first one, and the second one towards 105.45 dollar yen. All right, I've mentioned that more action on the euro dollar might be related to what is going on the euro pound. Here, because of today's pound weakness, market is trying to make the first step. I'm talking about the attempt to move back above the weekly open, blue dashed line over here, right? But again, as discussed, that's the first zone, and that's the second zone, 88.40, 88.70. That's the crucial for bulls. In case of the move and close, daily close above, yes, the situation might change. All right, so that's the FX. Let's have a look what we have on the indices as we started. Well, overnight, yesterday towards the end of the session, and overnight retest of yesterday weakness. Almost at the same time, we are starting to weakening right here, right now. Well, if you are a conservative, you are waiting towards the end of the towards the top of the hour, and then you are looking for how this candle is going to behave like this. Then you can try to scale in somewhere in between this zone, and that's the supply I'm talking about right here, right now retest and rejection. Yes, I'm looking for a retest at least yesterday low, but again, don't forget guys, from the daily chart we have to take out yesterday low and close below that zone on a daily chart to have a possibility to move lower. As of now, as discussed yesterday, creation of the swing high. If you are aggressive, then you already in. If you are conservative, as I mentioned, you are waiting your chance. Crude oil, same story, right? The line, we were discussing that we saw even more upside break. Now we are trying to trade over under. Okay, what I would look for, I would look for break to the downside first. For example, if you are a conservative through 58, right? Then some kind of the retest of 58.30, 58.50 and move down. If you are so aggressive, then probably you already trading that market from that high, right? First target 57.30, 57. Second target 55.30, 55. Stops above 59.35. That's how I see the things when it comes to the oil. All right, so if we are talking about some commodities, let's have a look what we have on commodity currencies. Australian dollar, based on the daily chart, yesterday, if you do remember, we were talking that about the last chance for the dollar bulls. It didn't quite materialize, right? And we've seen some more stops to the upside. But as of now, we have two swings high we have to fight with, right? And I do expect strong supply here. Again, if you are conservative, you want to see the daily close below yesterday high. So you still got the time. If you are more aggressive, then you are drawing the line like this, and once we are going to close below 7.750, you may want to try to trade this level. Downside 7.720 and 7.7 yearly open below that 7.650, and when we are talking about the bulls, the yearly open 7.7 and 76.50 for now. That's where I see the bulls may look for a buying opportunity when it comes to the Australian dollar versus US dollar. All right, guys, so the last one, again, Australian dollar versus cable, right? We were discussing that there might be some possibility to go long, and 1-to-1 latest weakness, as long as above 77, I might look for buying opportunity around this level. All right, especially that we have some demand zone here as well. So looking for buying opportunity. Of course, the first target again is going to be 79.80. All right, but if we are going to make the break through the 80, all right, then 83 is going to be the next target, and we are talking about this consolidation. Bottom is 82.50, mid is around 83. All right, folks, I did whatever I was able to do. Again, market is struggling, so work with your exposure. Maybe lowering the exposure could be the good solution. I wish you good luck. If we are going to make some nice moves, of course, I'm going to make another update. With that being said, I wish you great New York trading sessions. See you around, take care, and goodbye.